Hello and welcome back. So in this class we are just talking about the carousel. So what is a carousel? If you just work on the carousel by using the jQuery, so jQuery with JavaScript, definitely this is a jQuery slider, the carousel, which is a plugin, and then you have to add some jQuery techniques to using the carousel. But there in the Bootstrap you don't need to put the jQuery techniques because the carousel is built in the Bootstrap.js. You just have to mention the classes, as you knew that most of the jQuery most of the Bootstrap based on the classes. So for now I'm just creating the carousel here. Okay, first of all just create a div here as I am doing, and then add the class. Okay, so there the carousel slide, which is a class of mine, and then the data spelling should be correct, data ride, and then the carousel. Okay, the data ride should be carousel. This is just like the data toggle. So by the way, I am just gonna add the ID, which is really necessary. So the ID should be, I'm just typing caro, spelling should be correct, carousel 1. Okay, carousel 1, and there I'm going inside this carousel, and then I'm just gonna create the indicators. Okay, for the carousel, indicators means the 1 2 3, the values. I'm just gonna guide you when I just create. So there is the OL. I'm not gonna use the UL here, I'm using the OL because there I'm just making the ordered list, LI. Okay, and then in the OL I'm adding the class of the carousel indicator. Okay, now going to the LI and adding the data target. Now what is the data target is actually, if you just remember that we just created the ID, let's just mention the ID there, the data target, and then data slide to, okay, 1, in this way, 1. Okay, actually there I'm just mentioning that this is the first one. Well, I'm not gonna put any value in between the LI. Let's just leave that empty. 2 and 3, all of them are working with the same carousel with the same ID because they are inside this carousel but with the different slides, 1 2 and 3. I'm gonna add the 4 as well. That is really perfect. Now just go after the OL and then just add the div, another div, and add the class here, the carousel inner. Okay, now add an inter and then the div. Okay, and then just add the class of item active. Okay, perfect. Now there I'm adding some spaces, some inters, and img. Now what the image is, I'm just going to the folder, the Bootstrap, and there is the images folder. I'm not gonna use the img1 because this is a little bit bigger. I'm just gonna use this image, and this image because they are just in the same size, 2 3 and 4. Okay, img1, img2, img3, img4. So for the first one I am just adding the img1 dot img2.jpg, and now this shouldn't be like the space, add in a space. Okay, not like the hyphen actually, what I just want to say. Well, there one more thing I have to add, just duplicate this one and this should be 0. Okay, so 0, and then add a class of active, whatever you want to active. I'm just activating the 0, and there this one is a 0 and this is active definitely. Well, the other thing is, let's just cover this up completely and add the width here as well. I'm just adding the width of 600 px for now. Okay, well, this is correctly managed. Let's just simply copy this one and paste there, there, and there. Let's just remove the active class because we just definitely don't need the active. Active is only for the one. Okay, anyone, not the specifically one. By the way, this should be 3, this should be 4, and this should be, or I think I should remove this one. Okay, and that one as well. Now save and go to the browser and refresh. I got this thing. Why not? I'm just getting the carousel because there is something wrong I made and I have to find that out. The first thing which I just made as a mistake is the I have to put the images, because you know that the images is in the folder of images here, you know, inside the Bootstrap. This is my folder where I'm just working, and this is the images folder there. Okay, now you can see that it's working in the carousel way. Just wait for a while and then you will see that it's going. Refresh that. Now the first image is showing because I just added the img here, and then it's about to go. Come on, let's just change yourself. Now you can see that it is changed. That means it's working perfectly, but I have to do the same. The images images, and then the same text here. Now refresh that one. Now we got created the carousel images, but there is something wrong with the carousel indicator, because this shouldn't be the indicator, this should be the indicators. That was my mistake. Now save and refresh again. Now you can see that it's still not working perfectly, because again another problem I didn't see. Carousel, okay, spelling really matters. Refresh that. Now there are the values, you can see that. Okay, and the last thing which I just have to add to the carousel, just after the carousel inner, go out of the carousel inner. Oh, now this is the carousel inner. I'm just going out of this, and then I'm just adding some a tag. Oh, now this is the perfect way of the creating a tag. And hyperreference should be, you know, that id carousel one. Spelling really matters. We just tested this out. And then the data slide priv. Okay, data slide priv, cover that, and the a tag. And here inside this a tag, this thing is clearing that this a is the previous button. Okay, now just inside this, let's just add the sign. Okay, so span, and then inside the a, okay, just focus on this. By the way, I'm again using the glyph icon, adding in space, and glyph icon chevron left. Okay, now save that, and then just add the area hidden true. Okay, now refresh. Now you can see the back button, okay, to going back, but there isn't any the front button, or actually the next button, so I'm just gonna add that one as well. But the problem is that why it's not working. Oh, spelling mistake, data slide. Now just simply copy this one and then just paste this here, and then you know that this should be the next, not the previous one again. Next. And the other thing is, go there, and there let's just type the, instead of the left, right. Now save. Everything is fine. Let's just refresh that one. Now you can see the next button and the preview button. But something more we have to do, because these links are not showing the perfect tense which I just want. So there, actually I'm just gonna put the class with the a tags. Okay, the previous one and the next one, the both of them. The class is first of all the right, or actually this is the left one. So left, sorry, left, and now carousel left. Okay, perfect. Now simply copy this one and paste this here, and this should be the, not the left, you know that this should be the right. Save, and I just saved it, or no, yes, I saved it. Refresh that, and this is still the same, which means there is something more. Okay, I understood the thing. This shouldn't be the left. Actually there is the left I mentioned. This should be the control, carousel control, not the left or right, because I just mentioned the left and right here, and this shouldn't be the left, this should be right. So now refresh that. Now you can see that the right link and the left link. Okay, so now this is what I just want to show you about the carousel. And well, by mentioning its height and width or the size, you can create the perfect ones. So I hope you understood about the carousel, and we'll learn some more things in the carousel, for example adding the captions and other things, the text, in the next class. So stay tuned and goodbye.